Where are the plastics?
They're teen royalty.
All these Instagram models, they said they're nothing but trouble.
Okay, hi. My name is Evil Barbie Doll on Twitch TV. That's twitch.tv/Evil Barbie Doll, and you can go through your OBS settings with me. At the same time, I'm just gonna quickly run through all these settings. I'm not really like a technical person or anything, but my friends have helped me tune my settings to something that really works with my PC setup, and it really works with my CPU and my internet speed. So this is what I've been using for basically a year, and it works, I would say flawlessly, except when my ISP is down. So I'm going to go through all of them as like quickly yet thoroughly as I can, and I will only give you the details of stuff that I'm just going to basically be talking like generally about it. Okay, so you open OBS, and the one I'm using is the studio version because, wait, this is the, okay, it's just the open broadcaster software. It's actually the original because I have a lot of trouble with the studio one, but I think you can mimic the same settings. It's just like I have trouble, so yeah. Okay, so first you open your OBS, and this is how your settings look. You click settings, and the most important thing about OBS is that you always have to run it as an administrator. And to do that, you have to right click OBS and go to properties and then check the box that says run as administrator always, so that when you start this program, it allows it to basically connect with all of your other apps so that you can run it through OBS. So if you see any problems whatsoever, you have to be running it as administrator, and in order to stop doing that manually every time, you should just select it in the properties to always have it run as administrator. So okay, general, I have my language as English, and then you can like make profiles here. And you can only edit this like while you're offline. So every single time you make a change to this, you have to be offline. You save the changes, and then you start your stream again. You have to restart your stream every time you save something here. So in encoding, the encoder that I have selected is X264. And I use CBR. And in simple terms, all that means, oh man, I really don't want to go into this. This is my understanding of it, is just basically like, CBR, it adjusts it according to what bitrate will kind of work at the current time, not force it to be at a high bitrate all the time, which could cause you to lag. So I run it at max bitrate of 3500, which is, the cap always changes, but they raised the cap, so that's why I raised mine. And then the settings just look like this here. Everything is pretty standard. For broadcast settings, you fill this out. Your stream key can be found on Twitch, like your Twitch dashboard. And I selected it to auto reconnect. What is important here is this file path that you save your videos to, because sometimes you'll want to record stuff like I am, and in order to do that, you have to name the file with a .mp4 so that you have a file type that is like able to go into different kind of programs like Adobe and Movie Maker and stuff like that, so you can make videos and highlight your place and stuff like that. So make sure that whatever this file name is, you end it at .mp4, and basically make your settings look like this. Then in the video tab, you select your video adapter. So here is my graphics card. It is a GTX 1080, and you have to put the base resolution as custom. So here is the thing that is very important. So my screen is actually, it's actually a 15, it's a 2560 by 1440, right? but you don't put that here. Like what you put here is a 1920 by 1080. And then that aspect ratio is a 16 by 19. And you downscale it to a 1280 by 720 because that is the max resolution that Twitch will output your stream. Okay, so I don't care what kind of computer you have, whatever. At the time, right now, in November 2017, you have to outscale it to 1280 by 720 because if it's bigger, they're going to downscale it anyway, and you're probably going to lag. And people can't load your stream. So whatever your custom one is, I don't care, but downscale it 1280 by 720 and then select the FPS 60 frames per second because I used to have 30 and that's when it was capped, but now it's changed to 60. So I'm glad they increased that because streams look a lot better now. So those are the things you want to do. For audio, mine is pretty simple. Make sure that this aligns with your playback devices in like the lower right hand corner next to your time. So you basically select your headphones here, your mic here. You check both of these boxes and just have the settings the same as here. Hotkeys, really, really, really important. So if you're an open mic person, just uncheck this box and put a mute unmute key minus F7. So if you need to emergency mute all of your microphones, just press F7 and it will take off the mic on your OBS so no sound will go through. But if you're like me and you need push to talk, what you do is you check the box that says use push to talk. You need 2 hotkeys because as a streamer, you're going to need times where you're talking to your stream and times where you're talking to your team. And then times where you're just not pressing the hotkey, you're not talking to anyone. So basically your push to talk key is one single key. And then the second one that you want to put, I put shift plus the keys, but you could do whatever variation you want. So the way this works is like if you're in a voice chat, my voice chat is shift 5. So if I want to talk to my team, I just hold down shift and 5. But every single time I'm talking to my stream, I just hold down 5. So if you want to be like, always talking to your stream, you just hold down 1 key. But if you suddenly need to tell, like call it MIA, then you would hold down shift and that key. That makes sense. So in the advanced one, this is the one where I used to do a lot of changes because of like my recordings. My recordings never used to come out good. But if you basically copy these settings, your recordings will come out good quality and not lagging. And I messed with this a lot. And I even used to use custom X264 encoding settings and like lower it and stuff. Like I did a whole bunch of stuff. Like just don't mess with this that much. So use multi-threaded optimizations, normal 700. Check this box over here. Very fast for the X264 CPU preset encoding profile is main. Check the box that uses CFR so that if like you can't buffer at the max bitrate, you'll just at least be somewhere comfortable. And everything else unchecked. So for the quick sync encoder, I don't know what this is. Browser, dunno. Microphone gate, I don't use it. I should. I don't use this. And a scene switcher. I'm gonna learn how to use that because that looks lit. It looks like if it identifies a window, it will automatically change the scene. And so what you want to do is just apply, okay, then start your stream. So one important thing I want to tell you before I close it up is that if you're lagging, the ones you want to change are your max bitrate. Every single time I'm lagging due to ISP issues, I come here and I change this to 3K. If my audience is saying that it's still lagging, I change this to 2.8K and that usually fixes it. But if you do that, remember the next day to change it back to 3500. And I have had that where I had to lower my bitrate and I forgot to change it back to 3500. And people have noticed and they're like, oh, it's actually really low. And yeah. Okay, well, let me see. I think that's everything, right? Do you guys have any questions? Okay, we can move on. Well, I hope you guys have a nice day. And good luck with your OBS.
god.
You made it this far. That means you totally love my video. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up. It would help me out so much. Also click subscribe. It's free on YouTube. Click the little bell notification next to it to turn on notifications to not miss the next stream highlight, and I will see you there. Oh yeah, and if you want to join the Evil Squad, be sure to check me out on twitch.tv/evilbarbiedoll.